So I'm just going to give you a bit of background really first on what my experience was, and because that's so important to how it shaped my vision for my business. I've worked in events for the last 9 years. I've been really lucky. I've worked on London 2012 opening closing ceremonies, which really was a huge part of shaping what we do at the Bulb. I worked in Abu Dhabi on MTV, lots of different projects, and the last one was working at ITV. So I was heading up the internal events team, doing brilliant events in Vegas and Cannes and everywhere. Loved it, but did not feel fulfilled. Was like, I'm just churning out party after party, and they're not actually having an impact. They're not meaningful. No one's learning anything. They're just coming and drinking loads of champagne and leaving, pissed and happy, but not with anything that they're feeling like they've learned anything. And so I sat with my business partner, my soon-to-be business partner, over a bottle of wine, where all the best ideas come, obviously if you're legal to drink wine. And we were like, we want to do something more. What is it that the events industry is missing? What is it that we feel passionate about? What is it that we think our expertise could bring to the table? The London events industry is saturated with amazing agencies, and how could we cut above the noise? So one of the big things that I'm really passionate about is the environment. I feel really strongly about climate change. I think the current situation we're in at the moment is horrendous, and really the events industry is probably one of the most wasteful industries. It's completely churning out events, doing staging, lighting, blah blah blah. It's just completely unsustainable. So we decided to create a sustainable events agency. And just going back a point, when I worked on the London 2012 opening closing ceremonies, I was part of the sustainability committee. So it was already something that piqued my interest. So I think the first thing with your vision is doing something that you feel really passionate about. People can absolutely cut through that and see if you're not genuine, you're not authentic, you're not completely, like Sharma said, you don't get it out there, you're not clear on what you're doing, and you've got to really believe in yourself and your passion. So took that passion, thought about what we're going to do. We're going to create a sustainable events agency. Took a massive scary leap, left ITV and a regular income, and set up the Bulb. So first of all, sustainability, what we mean by sustainability at the Bulb. For me, it's economic. Post-Brexit, we're not in a great climate right now. People are really tightening their purse strings. It's about streamlining costs and getting the most for your money and the value. Environmental, it's all about food waste, waste management, recycling, reducing, reusing, and making sure you've got as minimal impact on the environment as possible. And then a really big one for me was social. It was about, how do you tap into your audience? How do you use events as platforms for inspiring and motivating people? And this is a brilliant example. You guys are here, you're learning from this event. You're going to go away and hopefully create amazing businesses, all from using this platform. And that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to churn out parties. I wanted to use events as platforms for creating positive change. And then likewise with social, it's about creating a community. So it's about not only your local community, but your supply network and that community as well. So we created the Bulb. This is our branding. So, we're really clear with our designer that we wanted it to reflect our sustainability values, but that it needed to be cool, it needed to be edgy. Did not want to be, like swampy, sort of environmental, tree huggy, sort of too much. We wanted to look still like Google and Facebook would want to work with us. This is our second attempt, and that's a big thing that you guys should not be scared of. We went down a really long route with another designer, another creative, and then just sat one day and looked at it and said, "It's not us." And we lost a lot of money and a lot of time, but our gut instinct told us that just wasn't what we looked like. And so we started again. And it was a bit stressful, and that designer from the old one still doesn't talk to me. But, sometimes you have to do that, so don't worry about it. You've got to fail sometimes to know that you've made the right choice, and you need to follow your gut, you really do. So this is our vision. We're The Bulb, a sustainable and creative agency that specialises in the authentic and the ambitious. So authentic because we're sustainable. We're true to what we say. We're not greenwashing, which is an industry term for when people talk the talk but don't walk the walk, you know. Yes, we're really sustainable, but we're just going to churn out loads of plastic bottles in an event or something like that. So it's about actually being authentic and genuine, and that goes back to your customer base cutting through the marketing crap. They'll know if you don't actually believe what you're saying. And the ambitious, you know, for me, it's about using events and doing something different, using digital, using virtual reality, using content, using messaging, and bringing people together. And this is our homepage. So actually at the top we've got an animation, but do feel free to go and have a look. And then straight away you scroll down from the animation and it tells you straight away, we're here to bring ideas to life, to conjure our clients' thoughts into reality, but in a responsible, sustainable way, a new, better way, the Bulb way. And we're called the Bulb, but we almost, our website and things are Be the Bulb, and it's almost a call to action. You know, be more sustainable, be more responsible, think about what you're doing. You know, it's so important, especially in our current climate. And this is our aim. You know, we're taking our vision and we really sort of pulled it apart and said, what is it that we're actually aiming to do? So we've got our vision, we've got our big idea, we've got our dream, but what is it we're aiming to do? So we're using events as platforms for positive change. We're producing unforgettable events for our clients with as little impact on the environment as possible. And again, it's about the branding. It's about bringing that in all the way through. We're completely consistent with everything we do, with our font, with our brand, with the look and feel. Sorry, you have to excuse the really bad pixelation on this because I literally was working in a co-working space in Old Street and I walked past this big wall. It had loads of post-its and stuff on where people have obviously just written down like whatever's in their mind, you know, really creative Old Street sort of space. And I was like, this is perfect. I'm actually going to talk about vision. So chase the vision, not the money. The money will end up following you. It's so true. It's so hard setting up your own business. Don't go into it thinking it's not going to be hard and it's not an emotional roller coaster. I think every day I might do this with emotions. One minute I'm like, yes, I'm winning. This is amazing. Everyone believes in us. We're going to do something. We're going to disrupt the industry. We're going to innovate and we're going to be brilliant. And then something will happen. I'll be like, oh, God, this is awful. I'm never going to succeed. I need to call ITV back and get my job, but never do that. So just keep chasing your vision. Just be passionate about what you do and really believe in it. And then the money will come. That's what I keep telling myself. The money will come. And if anyone, you know, if any of your ideas or anything to do with sustainability or anything I've spoken about, please do get in touch because I'm always interested to bring more people into that community. Okay.